Look, of course, I appreciate that. It's super kind, and I
Seth
agree
Watson, the first scholarship player ever in the history of Vermont, as far as we know,
that
football.
as far as we know, uh, I really do appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think what it means a lot, Pete, especially coming from you, and it was, yeah, I was certainly motivated by Coach Cullen and by I didn't want to let my teammates down, but I also what comes into that is number one, I didn't like Coach Cullen. Like people have to understand that. Like I didn't like him.
Yeah.
I did know that he cared. I knew he cared, but I didn't like him when I was being coached by him. And I've told him that many times. So people are like, oh, I don't like him. That might actually be good, right? Because you're pushing, right? You're being pushed. It's like things are coming out of you in a sense of urgency is coming out of you that you didn't even know you had. And then the other thing is, you know, I firmly believe that I could get axed at any moment from that starting position. Like, and I don't know if anyone else saw that, but I was super paranoid about I can't afford to slow down because I have another level of imposter syndrome. And I'm like, maybe they'll realize that I'm not that good and I shouldn't be here. And I was scared. So that came through as well. But it just pains me that I love sports. I love team. And I just think that there's so much potential out there that may not ever come to fruition because of the I'm going to be honest, the opportunities or the possibilities that players can just skip out, and,
Yeah.
and it makes me sad. It really does make me sad. I
I
think
do
about
have
it.
faith. I have faith in athletes. I think that the pendulum will swing back.
Yeah.
I do think that we're going to see stories of, it's kind of almost like when remember like when Kevin Garnett, right? And then there was a wave of guys who fresh or high school seniors who would go to the NBA and they weren't Kevin Garnett, right? Like guys like Leon
Right.
Smith who get picked in the first round by the
Right.
Mavericks and you'd never hear from again, right? Like, and we snapped out of that. A little bit of help, right, with the NCAA and the NBA getting together, but like I think that we're going, probably get worse before it gets better. But I do believe that these, young people are smarter than ever today. Like that's
Right.
true as well. And
That is true.
they have more access to bad stuff. But like the young person on average is just more intelligent than the young person was in my group, certainly in my circle of friends growing up, like in high school. So I think they're going to understand that like, the shortcuts don't bring the type of long-term rewards that the stuff we're talking about truly does, because not only did you make the NFL, but you also were turned into this person who would have success after the NFL. And that all goes into obviously the work you do on yourself now, but the work that begun at the University of Richmond with Coach Reed, Coach Cullen, and teammates like Eric King, and the list goes on.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
like, yeah, it's just, and there's also too that magic that I think about the relationships that we have. Dude, I didn't even play. And I feel like I was in the trenches with you, right? With Matt Davis. And there are guys now who I don't know what that'll be like for them. Like you parachute in, you play 9 games with the dude, and then you're on to another school. And it's like 9 more. There won't be those type. And I don't know that anybody's going to look to seek and rectify that, but that's going to be a bummer, right? That some of those relationships just aren't as strong as they were in the past.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's unfortunate. I mean, it's unfortunate because as you said before, it's a magical time of your life and like the bonds, like in one day, I talked to Coach Cullen, Coach Reed, Elio, and Andrew Bogle in one day.
How cool is that?
And I was like, I was just so happy all day. And just and Elio, that conversation was amazing. I mean, this guy is like, we could do a whole show. Like he's supposed to come and visit, but you know how that goes. It's like I would hammer the under, right? So like